Are you looking to jumpstart your financial savings? Does saving money feel too hard or even too boring at times? Why not turn saving into a game and complete a 6-month money saving challenge? By completing a 6-month money challenge, you'll end up with a lot more money, form new money saving habits along the way, and be inspired to keep on saving. Ready to get started? Well, let's go!
Welcome back, my awesome people. In today's episode, I will be showing you how you can change your financial situation in just 6 months. First things first is what exactly is a 6-month saving challenge? There are many ways to complete one, but the main idea is that you save a little bit of money every week for the entire 6 months. And by the end of the challenge, you will have saved up thousands. Yes, thousands of dollars. For anyone who is serious about saving, there is nothing better than a 6-month savings challenge where you will save, increase, and develop a game plan to be either financially comfortable or get out of a financial problem. The real question is to ask yourself, how far are you willing to push yourself to save a meaningful amount of money in a short period of time? So, whether you want to save $500 or $5,000, get ready to challenge yourself by either spending less or working more to make more money. So do it right and you'll be that much richer 6 months from now. If you only reduce spending or add more money to your income for a few weeks, you won't see much of a financial difference for your effort. But if you suck it up and save for 6 months, you will notice an incredible difference. 6 months gives you an achievable goal with an end date. And it sounds way less scary and is actually a lot easier than trying to be a perfect saver for life. Not only that, but you can usually predict what your expenses be for the next 6 months. A goal too far in the future opens up unforeseen circumstances that can negatively impact achieving your goal. And a goal that is too soon, you probably won't see much of an impact. So make sure your goal is very realistic. So let's get into the work required to prepare for this challenge. Starting a 6-month financial challenge is like training for a marathon. It's not about the speed, but the consistency and discipline. I personally have seen individuals who started with saving just a few dollars a week, and by the end of 6 months, they've built a substantial emergency or savings fund. The key to success is setting realistic goals and tracking progress. First thing to do is start determining how much you want to save at the end of 6 months. Then break it down into weekly or monthly targets. To increase the odds that you follow through with your goal, write it down. After determining the amount you want to save, the next thing you need to figure out is how much money you can start putting to the side without much effort. List all of your expenses. Be thorough and detailed. Then subtract the total of those expenses from your monthly income after taxes to know how much money you have right now to start putting away. Next, review your budget carefully and identify which expenses you can either eliminate or reduce, such as starting to eat more at home or packing your own lunch and coffee, canceling that monthly streaming service, or minimize going out every weekend. Because as we know, going out these days is not cheap. It's easy to spend a lot on entertainment, but you will have to do without it for at least 6 months to achieve your goal. If there's no place in your budget to cut, or you'd rather concentrate on earning more money to meet your 6-month challenge, here are some ways to add more money to your income. Request extra hours at your current position. If you work a wage-based job, ask if there's overtime. Or get a second job. You may be able to secure a part-time position for the duration of your 6-month challenge, like working as a server or a salesperson before or after your normal work day. Or maybe try a gig job, also known as a side hustle, which is less formal than a second job, and there's usually minimal stress associated with it, and you can usually pick it up pretty quickly. For example, you may want a ride-sharing service, maybe babysitting, or maybe walking dogs. And if you want more details on how to find and create your own side hustles, check out this video where it will give you a breakdown of great side hustles that can add more money to your pockets. Although taking on extra work can be tough, keep in mind it's only for 6 months. After that, you'll be back to normal and your regular workload may feel like a breeze when you stop. Now, let's get into the actions necessary to successfully complete your 6-month savings challenge. First, set up a savings account. You're going to need somewhere to stash all of that cash that you are saving. While you could save, it under your mattress or your dresser, you'll be more likely to keep up the momentum if you deposit your money in a dedicated savings account. And a bonus is if you set up an automatic transfer from your checking account each week. This way, you won't even have to think about the challenge as you complete it. Secondly, live below your means. There are a few ways you can save quickly, including living below your means and cutting back on your monthly expenses. By curbing your expenses and living frugally, you'll find yourself with extra money. Instead of splurging, dedicate yourself to saving during this challenge. This way, you'll likely have plenty of money to fill up your savings account. Third, combine it with a no spend or low spend challenge. Another great way to save more money fast during the challenge period is to combine the 6-month money challenge with a no spend or low spend challenge. During these challenges, you choose to spend little to no money on anything except for essentials. What is essential is up to you, but generally people cut out things like clothes, shopping, and eating out. It's basically impossible not to save money during one of those challenges. So they surely will help you accelerate your savings if you do one in combination with the 6-month challenge. And finally, don't quit, even if you slip up during the challenge. So what if you missed a week or 2 or even 3 weeks, or you were only able to save a fraction of what you intended to save? Whatever you do, don't quit. Even if you don't complete the challenge perfectly, you will still come out a winner at the end of the 6 months. Imagine if you only end up saving half of what you intended to save. That's still going to be hundreds of dollars, even more, maybe thousands, than you would have saved if you haven't begun the 6-month challenge. A 6-month money challenge is called a challenge for a reason, because it certainly isn't easy. And if you are watching this far, it probably means you're up for it. Just think, in 6 months, you'll be that much closer to reaching your financial goals if you start this challenge today. So, Jacob Rant, have you successfully completed the 6-month challenge, or is this just a video for your viewers? Well, my awesome people, I personally have completed the 6-month challenge many times throughout my life. I have done it during high school when I wanted to buy my first car. I also did it a few times during university when I had to save up to buy for textbooks, and many times since then to save up for vacations, opening up businesses, and when I was getting into real estate. So yes, my experience with this challenge is what led me to creating this video. Because now that the holiday season is here and coming to an end, many people will be broke from all the shopping and the outings. But do not worry. If you start this challenge now, by the time summer rolls around, you will have a solid stack of money that you can use for your essentials, paying down debt, or even splurging and treating yourself. Regardless of what you spend your money on, this challenge will allow you to be in a much better financial situation than you were 6 months ago. So give it a shot and save that money. And remember, my awesome people, just like all the information I mentioned in my videos, assess your risk appetite, always diversify, and please do your own due diligence, because I am just a clown on YouTube. Stay ranting!